What is up, everybody? It is Og here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing the clip from the World Record Challenge where we did ZF at level 40 with crappy gear, no invisibility pots, and no mount. It was absolutely crazy. I didn't know if I could pull it off, but I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to do it yourselves. It's really actually not that difficult, and it doesn't make it that much more difficult rather, without a mount. So I want to show you guys exactly how to do it so you guys can do it as well. But it was insane. Why did we do this? Well, I think this will answer the question. Just look at the XP that we're about to get as soon as some of these mobs die. This is ludicrous if you could pull this off at level 40. It definitely takes a little bit longer than when you're doing it at 42 for sure because they're resisting. But look at the experience bar literally just fly. It is more than half a level in one run. All right, so how do we do it so you guys can replicate? Well, without a mount, we have to sneak by all these mobs as much as possible. The idea here is to polymorph one of these mobs, preferably a blood drinker actually, not a shadowcaster, silence the other one, and then blink ahead here. I didn't start blinking immediately, I started using Cone of Cold, but if you hug the left, you actually won't aggro the right, or if you do, you'll aggro them far enough back. Get the Nova going here, and then you could jump up this side right here, which allows you to avoid any of the mob's damage. If you can jump up quick enough, you're gonna be able to get over this post, jump across this little ramp right here, and you're gonna be able to get away from the mobs. Obviously, they're still chasing us, but we can get to the reset spot. Now, what I messed up with in the first pool was that I basically tried this noose reset spot over here on the side because it would be a little bit safer, but unfortunately, it's only available to trolls. So if you're a troll, you could do this. You could jump up on the left and jump up onto here. You'll clip the edge, and then you can jump up from there. Unfortunately, as a gnome, that doesn't work, and that literally cost me the 100 subs. Because the very next pool, we were back in there, and this is the pool that we actually pulled it off. And so we're gonna use the same kind of tactic. Now, thinking through here, guys, always keep up Ice Barrier, always keep up Mana Shield, always have full potions and be ready to go. I can't use auction houses, I can't trade anybody, none of that. And so I don't have a bunch of healing potions, don't have a bunch of mana potions, but if you can bring those, I would highly recommend having those as well. And you could save a lot of money by not getting the invis pots if you could pull off this strategy. But get full health, full mana, and then we'll get started. So just like before, we want to take a look at the first group of 3. First group of 3 here does have 2 Shadowcasters, and in the future, I would recommend sheeping the Blood Drinker and blinking up this side. But early on, I decided to just go for the polymorphs with the silences. I'd probably recommend saving your silence for this Shadowcaster up here because you're likely going to have 1 Shadowcaster in this group. And even if you don't, it's just good to save the silence. But you get the Nova on these guys. There's a really good chance you're going to get resisted because at your level, your chance to hit them are pretty bad because they're 44. But hopefully you don't get any resists. You get up the side, take a healing pot if you need to, jump turn, Cone of Colds, etc. Once you jump up this side, you're going to want to go to this first reset spot over here on the left. Now, obviously, this is much easier for gnomes to do rather than any other class. But if you are any other kind of race though, just go ahead and use /lay and lay behind the boxes right here. And you can see that we get right here to the first reset spot without too much of an issue. We still have 73% health, 78% mana. Eventually you drop out of combat and then you can get ready for the next pool. What I would recommend doing is wait for the pat to get away from you so you're not going to have the extra mob running through here. Aggro these guys so that they're going to run towards you and then blink right past them or Nova them. I probably prefer blink just because you can then Nova these guys, but I say blink the first run and it actually worked out perfectly with the Nova, but it's potential that you could get hit, get dazed, and then you're just screwed in general. So I'd probably blink past the first group and Nova the second group. Once you get to the second reset spot, again, same thing here. Watch out though, there's a path that could go between here, and if you're standing right in the middle of the boxes, you could get hit by that path. So you want to make sure that you are a little bit more to the right than I am. If it doesn't look like they're resetting, it's probably because there's a totem up. You could try to just peek out and kill the lava spout totem real quick, and then you'll be good to go and be able to get through here without any issue. So again, we get full mana. We're watching out for this pat right here. We want the pat to go by so that we have a clear running lane. I initially tried to cross over to the right, but it's not worth it because you aggro these guys from so far away. So just cut right through these guys, blink past them or Nova them, whatever you need to do. You can see that I'm taking a good bit of damage here. Get hit by the Shadow Hunter on the left. It'll pretty much always be a Shadow Hunter, so you're going to take some damage from that. Run behind these urns if you want to, if you're a female. Otherwise, if you're a male, you have to run around them. And then get to this urn. This urn right here is a reset spot. Now, the thing to watch out for here, and the thing that's kind of risky, I would recommend having bandages so you can bandage up right here, is that there could be a mob coming behind you crossing over this way. And that's why I'm watching for it right now. If that mob comes, The rest of the mobs will still reset, but that mob won't. So if it's a Shadow Hunter, that means you need to go. And you can see this mob coming right here, right now. So we're going to aggro the Soul Eater, but we're actually not even going to worry about the Soul Eater. We're going to just run right by it. And that's the start of our combat. Fortunately, we were able to get, food all the way up to max, but sometimes you won't be able to do that. I try to go for the sheeps. It's up to you if you want to go for the sheep. You can see this level 45, so it's red to me, which means it has a really good chance to resist, but we ended up getting off the sheep, and now we're able to continue down this pathway. From here, it actually gets really easy, guys. You have two options. You can reset in the Scarab room, or you can reset in the normal GY room. But basically, every single time you see the mobs, you either want to blink through them, or you want to Nova them, run past them. If you do want to reset in the Scarab room, you have a few options. Any of these skulls on the ground can reset on the opposite side. The urn that's right here on the opposite side can reset. Then there's also a platform on the right side of the temple that we just passed, which you could reset at as well. But if you're at 100% health, which you probably will be after that urn that we just skipped through, you'll probably be able to just get right through here. Obviously, this last mob here is going to be an issue. You can reset right here up on the side, reset on the back side of this, or you can just get started with the pool if you're a crazy madman. Whatever you want to do, go for it. You are now in the GY, and here's where it gets a lot easier. So you get full health, full mana, and then we're gonna get started with the run. If you did activate the boss already, make sure you Nova these guys, or else they're probably gonna hit you as you go through. Fortunately, all the zombies, not dead heroes, just zombies, are gonna be between level 43 and 44. And so you can just get through here, get to the urn, and then get up to the top. Same thing on the other side, wait behind this urn. As a female, you can get further back behind the urn, and that's why I made a female for the world record race. Doesn't really matter though, you'll still be able to reset as a male. Then you want to get activated on this side. Make sure you're double clicking every single one of these shallow graves to try to make sure all the mobs come out. And then Nova right here. Don't run the risk of not Novaing and just going for the blink when you're a low level. I did that and literally got one shot at one point. So definitely make sure you get that Nova off to just avoid as much damage as possible. Again, get up to the side and then you can get to the third reset spot. If you're not a gnome, you probably can't fit too well behind here, so you might need to jump up on top of this temple head to get up onto the ledge to reset there. But then it's time for the last group of mobs, get full health, mana, everything that you need to do, and we're gonna activate these graves right here. So these graves, similar kind of thing, you won't aggro those mobs from proximity, but just stay a little bit to the left so that if you do aggro one, you're still okay, and you can take the hits from one without a problem. Open up all the graves, get back up to the side, and then you need to figure out how you're gonna get up to the top. So at this point, as anything other than a gnome, you could just jump up the ledge like we normally do. But as a gnome, we actually cannot get up here. And so you can see me try to basically jump up this thing right now. And I'll try a bunch of different ways to try to jump up it. You potentially can jump up it backwards. For whatever reason, jumping up backwards works a little bit better. But personally, there's another way that's a lot easier. You can see here, I try a bunch of different things. Nothing works. And so I decide, what if we just try to run around it? So I decided, you know what? There might be a way to get up this rather than actually having to jump up there. True enough, run around here, run around the back, and literally just scale up the mountain. It's as simple as that. There's little spots you'll get used to just running up it. If you slide down, you're sliding down into a safe spot, so you're good to go. Get up to the top, and then right over the ledge, and you are ready to go for the pool itself. All right, now this is gonna be the hard part. With the pool itself at level 40, all of these mobs have a very good chance to resist. Dead heroes are between level 45 and 46, which means that they have a massive chance to resist. And so we want to be as efficient with mana as possible. You can see that I only have 3,000 mana and 1,100 health, so my gear is absolutely atrocious. But you're able to pull this off, and here is how. Rank 1 Blizzard. It might sound horrible to kill a bunch of elites with a rank 1 Blizzard. But to be honest, rank 1 Blizzard actually does about 200 mana, or 200 damage. The nice thing though is that as you're jumping back and forth waiting for these mobs, just like the normal ZF strat that we use, you're going to be able to regen a lot of mana. And so for example, we only lose 1 to 2% of our overall mana per Blizzard. If you can get Scrolls of Spirit, that's going to help if you want to use Brilliant Mana Oil, but not Invis Pots for whatever reason, or not a mount, because if you can afford Brilliant Mana Oil, you can definitely get them out, then go for it. But otherwise, use rank 1 Blizzard. Additionally, only use 1 Blizzard each time, and it's going to be on the part that I'm AoEing at right now. Now, the reason why you want to do it right there is you can see that the mobs turn around, and then they're still getting hit by the Blizzard. And so you can see the mobs, even as they come to me over there, they're still getting slowed. The Blizzard in that location, since they loop back and forth, actually will hit all those mobs and allow you to get all them slowed and keep them relatively stacked the entire time. You need to make sure though that they do stay stacked, and in the event that one just resists like crazy, you just got to keep on trying to slow it, even if that means casting a rank 1 Frostbolt just on that one individual mob. The hardest part is going to be keeping them stacked, but you can see that I don't run out of mana, and so then it just takes some time. And so we basically go back and forth. Now, after a little bit of practice, we were able to come up with a little bit better way, and additionally, once you hit 41, it's going to get a lot easier because you're going to get resisted a lot less, and so you won't need to worry as much. But just don't let any of these mobs hit you. If one mob is going to hit you, make sure it hits you from the front so it doesn't daze you. To be honest, it doesn't really matter too much because the mobs themselves aren't going to come around quick enough from the backside to kill you. So you could even jump off here and run around every single time. Up to you, whatever makes you more comfortable. But you can see here that you can pretty much last forever with rank 1 Blizzard going back and forth. The more efficient way to do this though, especially if you have some gear, is to max rank Blizzard until you're out of mana, evocate back up to full, rank 1 Blizzard until, evocate is back up, then max rank Blizzard, evocate, max rank Blizzards, and then they'll all die by that point. It'll take you about 8 to 9 minutes for the kill phase, and it's going to take you probably about 10 minutes to 12 minutes to get here towards the kill phase. That's about 20 minutes a run. However, after doing this, the experience that you get is absolutely ludicrous. So you can see here that we are about 4/5 of the way to our first bar into the level. Now mobs are starting to die, and you can see that we get 873 experience per mob. We only have something like 40,000 experience per level or something like that. No, maybe not that. Maybe like 70,000 experience per level, I think. Yeah, I think it's like 70,000 experience per level. And so you could just see the XP bar fly. We haven't even killed half the mobs yet, and we're already at about 6 bars in. It might take a while, guys, but this is 100% the best way to level. Before this, for the World Record Challenge, we were doing the Murlocs, and the Murlocs were decent, but they were about 2 hours a level because a lot of them are getting green at that point. Maybe like an hour and a half a level. This is going to be so much better, and you can go about 30 to 40 minutes a level at level 40, and I had a level, I think it was 50 to 51, where I did 33 minutes. So ZF is still king, 100% come here, even at level 40. I recommend definitely having some experience with the run though before you try to go crazy like that, but it is so good, guys. If you guys are interested in seeing all this live though, definitely come check out the Twitch. We are currently level 55 at 63 hours played. You can see my played tracker here on the right, and so we were able to go from 40 to 55 in about 20 hours doing ZF, so it's absolutely crazy, guys. We also did some quests and things like that, so it probably could have been even faster if it was just ZF. But definitely come check out the stream. If you guys are enjoying this content as well, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it to know when we're going to go live. And I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I hope this helps you guys with your farms.